Chris Petrone Weekly, episode 34. Here's a fun fact for you guys. I lost an episode. We lost. Listen, I lost it, but you guys really suffered the loss here. Slurp oysters, slurp puss will forever be known as the lost episode because I didn't upload it to Spotify. It was actually episode 32. And I said last week's was 32. I said Never Catch a Falling Blade was 32. And then I said Infantilization. That episode was 33. But really, Slurp Oyster, Slurp Puss was 32. Never Catch a Falling Blade was 33. And Infantilization was 34. Does it matter? No, we're not going to pay attention to that. It will forever be known as the lost episode. And it was a good one, too, I think. Never Catch a Falling Blade was really a good one. I had a lot to say on that one. I enjoyed it. Last week's was a bit of a clusterfuck, rambling. This week will be, I don't know, somewhere in between. Who knows? You never know with these things, man. I just get on here and I speak. And I'd like to get some guests on. But, dude, it's it's a lot of, there's a lot that goes into just doing the TikTok. So then there's also a lot that goes into the podcast, a lot that goes into the stuff that I send you guys, like my letters and stuff. That's a whole nother thing we'll get into, but man, there's a lot to do. Shout out to the top donors of all time going across the bottom of your screen there. Pando, Nat Daddy, Ashley Meredith, Wondering Willow, and Alex050. This will be updated again at the end of this week when we roll into August. We'll update the all-time donor leaderboard, but I appreciate all of you guys who have supported me financially. So I just want to give a quick thank you to those of you who do that. I'd also like to give a quick thank you to the specifically the Patreons who have been sticking with me and supporting me on a month-to-month pledge basis. It means a lot to me, man. It keeps me going. Some broader overarching goals. You know what? We're going to take a sip of water. Let's do that. Everybody out there, it's going to go silent for a second while I drink this water. I want you to just think about something you're grateful for. Why? I don't know. Oh, damn. It's one of those days, man. I just ate. Hey, by the way, what were you grateful for? Go ahead. Say, I'm going to allow some silence, and I want you to answer what you thought you were grateful for and why. Ready, set, go. That's awesome. I know some of you out there said some really weird shit. Some of you were like, I don't know, whatever. It's fine. But anyway, I feel like we're on an episode of Blue's Clues, and I was just like, what? Where's the clue? And you're like, behind you. And I'm like, what? Behind you. I always used to be like, I would always stare at my TV and be like, Steve, you dumbass, dude. It's right there. Turn around. And he'd be like, where is it? And I'd be like, yo, if you don't stop playing right now, I'm going to come through my TV. I'm going to come and get that clue for you, Steve. How do you like that? I bet you wouldn't like that. You'd be out of a job. This is why you're no longer the star of the show, Steve. They had to give it over to Joe, and then they gave it over to some other guy who I forgot the other guy's name. I grew up by that point, but anyway. And then it turns out Steve is over here in some like metal band or something. I don't know. Getting accused of like touching kids. I don't know. I don't actually know that to be true, but it's probably true. You know, Bill Cosby's going on tour. Now that he's like out, he's going to go on tour. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I bet you his tickets are going to sell like hotcakes, though. Because people just want to know, is he going to make jokes about, drugging women? Isn't that kind of sad that, like, you can get out and then people will buy up your tickets and merchandise, even though you're this, like, horrible person? It's interesting how that works. It's very strange, the things that get rewarded in our culture. Now, sometimes it all makes sense. And I apologize for clearing my throat. So hold on. Okay, we might be all better now. Anyway, yeah, I do find it strange. I think sometimes the appropriate things get rewarded, and then other times, not good things get rewarded. It's almost like, there's that saying, all press is good press. Bad attention, it's still attention. You still have people, you have eyeballs on you, and I almost feel like in the world of entertainment, in its various, caverns and crevices, and, it could be Hollywood, it could be TikTok, it could be podcasting, whatever the case is, I feel that attention is always the currency through which upon everything else is bartered, and leveraged. And if you have eyeballs on you, you hold power. if people are consuming your content, whatever that may be, you have leverage. So I think that's also why you see so many people do crazy things just to stay relevant and just to get eyeballs on them and almost like act out just to get attention. I think there's also, what we see a lot of right now, and this happens, I guess, in the entertainment industry as a whole, but particularly now what we're seeing is sort of older people who used to be maybe popular back in the day who are just really ill-equipped to be popular right now, and they don't quite get it. And I think right now TikTok is king. Previously maybe Instagram was king, maybe YouTube was king before that. And like, there's always some sort of like a hierarchy of platforms. And right now TikTok is where everything is at, basically. And but I think just because you can speak the language of Vine or speak the language of YouTube or speak the language of Instagram does not necessarily mean you can speak the language of TikTok. Each platform has its own specific language, and it's when you develop content for a platform, you have to develop it contextually to the platform. So if you take a look at some of the better TikTok accounts of, maybe organizations or people who were relevant elsewhere first, the ones who were doing it right on TikTok are not the ones who are just reposting their same content onto TikTok, but they're making TikToks. Good TikToks, platform-specific TikToks. Like, I think the NBA does this. They make, or the MLB, or like a lot of those bigger, core sports organizations. You look at people like Lil Nas X, I think Doja Cat, like people who are not necessarily popular because of TikTok, or organizations who are not necessarily popular because of TikTok. And yet they're doing a great job on TikTok because they're making good TikToks. And you take a look at, you guys know Tay Zonday, Chocolate Rain, that guy, Some Stay Dry, whatever. His TikTok, no, it's not it. It's not it. And I think it's partly because he just isn't making good TikToks. He's an entertaining person. He had virality years ago, but now it's like, okay, to make TikToks. And I'm not trying to hate on him, but there's a clear difference between someone like him and someone who maybe, I don't know, used to be a little more relevant and is actually doing TikTok well. But so that's just something to keep in mind. I mean, I think for me, like I've been making different types of content for years and years, but when I got on TikTok, like most of my TikToks sucked at first. And it took me a whole year of really not a whole year of trying, but I don't know, 4 months of trying where I was like literally like watching hours upon hours of TikToks every day, experimenting with different TikToks, trying to see what would catch. And something clicks where you realize, oh, like this is what I need to do. And that kind of worked for me. But anyway, I just think, man, TikTok is such a weird platform, but it also reminds me so much how things are going to continue to change and develop. And like, just because you're getting views on TikTok today doesn't mean you're going to get views on the next platform that comes along. So I've been paying a lot of attention and sort of focusing a lot of my mental energy on what I want to do after TikTok and my finances and things like that. And I've just been, I've been kind of in tune with that, and I've kept that in the back of my mind of like, hey, this is what's going to happen. And, we don't know if this is going to last. So I'm just trying to kind of be mindful of that. So anyway, man, like I said, episode 34 is this week's, in case you didn't know. So episode 34 is where we're at in Chris Petrone Weekly. And this will be out for the Patreons pretty much shortly after I post it. You might be able to listen to it before trivia. You might not. It's Trivia Tuesday. Once again, I record these on Tuesdays now. Tuesdays are a pretty busy day for me. Today I woke up really late, but not because I slept like I went to bed super late, but because I slept for 11 hours. Very strange. I think my body needed it. I've been working out a lot lately. I had a weekend of staying up late and drinking a little. And so I guess my body just needed the rest, but I slept for 11 hours and I got these curtains in my window. So the sunlight is just not coming through, or barely coming through. And it was cloudy on top of that today. So I got loads of sleep. And typically when it's like a crummy day outside and the weather's just not great, my mind wants to go to video games. I want to play Minecraft. I want to play Stardew Valley. Like I want to go on Twitch or something, right? Can't do that today though. We got plenty of stuff to do. We've got to actually make the trivia, which, by the way, we're going to reduce to 25 questions. I feel like, I tried to do 50 questions last time, and it just seemed to be way too daunting and way too just, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work and energy, and for the people involved, it becomes less fun and more like, oh, here I got to sit down for an hour, So I think 25 questions is an appropriate amount, and it'll be 25 questions for $25, $25 Amazon gift card. And that'll be sort of the theme that we stick with here. The Trivia Tuesday, hosted by Chris Petrone, merchandise is complete and on the website. However, excuse me, I ordered a hoodie for myself. It has not come yet in the mail, but it will soon. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to have it on me, like I'll be wearing it for next Tuesday, which I think would be pretty cool. So, and then it's like a retro kind of 80s, like neon themed hoodie, or design rather. So I think it's pretty cool. It looks nice, and it kind of just like, I dig it. It's got that retro vibe to it. And so hopefully a lot of people enjoy those if you guys are interested. But we'll continue doing those. And that brings me to sort of the, something else that's been on my mind lately, which is sort of sticking with a branding or rebranding the giveaway stuff, like the letters that I write to you guys and things like that, like the variety pack and et cetera, et cetera. I don't know if we're going to stick with it. We might make some adjustments because, really it's been about a year since I started doing this whole TikTok thing. And I think it's time we take a look at making some updates. And it's easy to kind of say that and say, yeah, I'm going to make some updates, but it takes a lot of time to sit down and come up with things and order everything and get it organized. And so, for example, I think there's people out there who do physical goods really, really well, who do a physical like giveaway item really, really well. There's one person in particular I'm thinking of, I forgot her name, but she does like basically like hand drawn stuff, and then she'll have like an envelope with a wax seal, and it's really, really nice if you like order one of her things and she mails it out to you. And so I want to sort of emulate that a little bit, and thinking about how maybe we can get some branding on like bandanas, or maybe I can start doing some different sort of letters, or I guess my mind is reeling with the possibilities, and I'm just sort of thinking about where we'd like to go with that, what direction we'd like to take, and just to sort of solidify that and make it nice and professional. And not that it's unprofessional now, but it's something I think, with the bandana and the Polaroid, and that's all cute and awesome, and spray it with cologne and people like that. But tightening up the logo. Maybe I get cooler envelopes that are all like a gray, and I put like a cool little sticker on the back or whatever, things like that. I'm trying to elevate it, but also get it more polished, more organized, more uniform. So I've been thinking a lot about that. And then also in terms of like physical goods, I might go into something like where maybe I'll make rings, or I'll make bracelets, or little things like that, because I have an interest in that. But also I think it would be cool to receive one of those, like or buy them on stream or something like that, So yeah, that'd be really cool. And then we could do like limited edition stuff, like, hey, this is a one-time only type thing, or hey, this is for everybody who's like in the top 5 donors of all time, or whatever the hell it is. We can come up with those. But in terms of like the physical goods, those are some of my thoughts of where I might want to go, with that, and kind of like journey that, steered into that direction. And we'll see. Like I said, it takes time and energy. I'm going to have to sit down one day on like a Friday morning or something. Like I wake up at 9. No, listen, I woke up at 4 p.m. today. Insane. I went to bed at 5 a.m. It's 11 hours. Not ideal. I would like to be going to bed at 3:30, and I'd like to be waking up at noon. That's what I would like to do. 3:30, so half hour plus 8.5 hours. That's what I would like. Noon to 12:30, 8.5 to 9 hours. I woke up at fucking 4 a.m. today, 4 p.m. And it's 6:34 right now. I got a lot done. I mean, I got up, I wrote the giveaways. I sent out 4 of the giveaways. Some of you guys, I didn't get your addresses, so I'll send them out tomorrow. But the ones that I did have, I sent out 4. I sent out Cam, Brooke, Gladys, and one other. I forgot. Anyway, so you guys will have those coming in the mail soon. And if you were told that you had a giveaway and we discussed this about a bandana, you're coming soon. A couple of you guys, I didn't say I was sending you something, but I'm going to send you something anyway, so be on the lookout for that. But I didn't send them out yet. That'll be tomorrow. I need to get more stamps. The post office is right across the street, which is nice, but I need to get more stamps and stuff. So, no biggie. No biggie. But that is coming. And yeah, the downside of waking up at 4 p.m. is that like things are closing. So I'm scrambling over there. I'm like, I didn't even eat. I ate before the podcast, but I was like writing all the giveaways and stuff, getting people's addresses. I punch them in my address like spreadsheet. I'm trying to stay organized because organization is not a strong suit of mine. Let me tell you. That's why I think I try so hard to be organized, like in my videos and stuff, because it's not natural to me. It never really came naturally. And I think it's something that I need to work towards a lot in order to actually get it done. But so anyway, I did that. I ran over to my UPS mailbox. Nothing in the mailbox yet. Rats. What else? Sent out the letters. Then I called the pharmacy, got something switched over to a different pharmacy. I got gas in my car. I came back home, ate a quick meal, and now we're on the podcast, baby. And now we're on the podcast. So, I feel electric, dude. That 11 hours really makes me feel good. You know? It does. The only thing is, I just feel I wish I could have woken up a little earlier so I can use the natural light to record TikTok. Like I was gonna record like 5 TikToks today. We're losing the light. We're losing light here. You know, it's 6:36. We're losing light, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get any good TikToks. I mean, I can use my in-house lighting, but damn, dude, I really wanted that natural light coming in, the mirrors. You guys know how I like to record my TikToks now with the jumping Spider-Man crouch type thing. And which is cool. Listen, hey, TikTok's been going well. TikTok's been going well. You know, we've been getting some viewership. We've been getting followers at like 700 and something. Let me check. We're at 718.6K followers right now. And that's insane. I mean, like, I think when I was recording last week, we hadn't even hit 700 yet. So we had some good growth. Look here, I'm going to read you the numbers of views on the most recent TikToks. Ready? 186K, 172K, 2.3 mil, 1.2 mil, 107K, 176K, 252K, 64.9K, 834K, 52.4K, 57, 72, 71, 1.6 mil, 105, 973, 255. I mean, dude, 9.2 million. Come on, dude. Come on now. We're doing okay. Things are good. I feel good. I'm happy. That's a spicy meatball. You know, like that's a spicy meatball if I've ever seen one. So I'm happy about that. But really what I want to do is make more TikToks, man. I got to get back down to it. So it is what it is. I have so on my bed, I have a comforter. And speaking of my TikToks, I have that comforter, that white like comforter that's like sort of like a box, like a check. It's all white, but it's like it looks like pattern, like a check, like a squares. I don't know, whatever. And people in the comments were like, "Honey, you need a duvet cover for that." And I was like, "Shut the fuck up! It's a comforter. It doesn't need a duvet." And they're like, "Look on the corners. You should see loops to like attach a duvet." So I was like, "Fuck you guys!" And I went over and I looked at the corners. There were loops. It does need a duvet cover. So that's unfortunate. But so I ordered a duvet cover. And now it's so comfortable. Like I honestly, I was a little mad at the internet. I was like, "You assholes, it does not need a cover. It's a comforter. Shut up." Turns out it does need a cover, and the cover is awesome. So I would like to humbly apologize to everyone on the internet for being such a dick to you. I'm sorry. Duvet covers, man. It's like lightweight. You know, it goes in the wash real easy. And honestly, I'm a fan. I have no complaints about this duvet cover. I thought it was going to be the silliest thing because, you know, I think anytime somebody tries to tell you, hey, do this or hey, don't do this, your first instinct is like, psh, shut up, you know? And that was my first instinct. I was like, no, you're wrong. I'm right. Guess what? I was wrong. Internet, I'm admitting it. I'm saying it right here, right now. I was wrong. I was wrong about the duvet cover, and the internet was right. Some of you even defended me and my wrongness, and for that, I say thank you. I admire your loyalty. And I think that at the end of the day, what do you have if not loyalty? Nothing. What does a man have if not his word? Or her, or their, you know, whatever pronouns you want. What do you have if not your word? You know? Is your a pronoun? I feel like it is. Your, their, he, she, they, them, your. I don't know. Your is gender neutral as fuck, dude. Imagine if your was gendered. Like your he and your she. Did you bring your he book bag? No? Maybe they tried that and they were like, oh, this is silly. And so they dropped off the extra letters. It's possible. Look, anything's possible. Just remember, if you think something's impossible, just remember that when you spell it out, it really spells I'm possible. So a good friend of mine told me that one day. Shout out to Zach. Shout out to Air Vogel. What a man. Zach, let me tell you about Zach, man. I call him Air Vogel. I don't know why. It doesn't matter. That's not the point of this story. But this man introduced me to my first ever hush puppy when I went down to Georgia to visit him. He lives in Georgia now. He's from Long Island. You know, he used to live on Long Island where well, I don't know if he was born there, but throughout most of our childhood, he was with us, you know, on Long Island. He lived around the corner. And what a guy. What a guy. One of the funniest people I know. One of the funniest people you don't know. So, and that's a promise. He's a funny guy. Big man. 6'1". I'm guessing. I don't know. Strong. He's meaty, you know? He's not fat. No. Don't misunderstand me. But this man is dense. Like, I dare you to try and push him. It's not. Have you ever tried pushing, like, a building? Yeah. Didn't think so. How'd that work out for you? And you know, might I also add, he's very handsome. So, ladies, if there's any ladies out there who are interested in, oh wait, he has a girlfriend. Whoops. Never mind. I'm sorry. If there's any ladies who are interested, you're out of luck. I'm sorry. Listen, you messed up. You messed up by allowing him to get cuffed up by someone else. So, really, this is your fault. Is what I'm trying to say. So I visited him down in Georgia, and he brought me to Cookout. We got Cookout. I was like, what is this? What is this crazy stuff? What is this strange contraption? I got Cookout. You know, I got hush puppies from Cookout. I was like, what the what is a hush puppy? What the F is a hush puppy? I'll tell you if you don't know. It's an American thing. I think it's a primarily Southern thing. Because I had never had one in my entire life. You can't find me a hush puppy on Long Island. Yeah, you can't. All right, let me ask you this. What do you have an easier time finding on Long Island? A hush puppy or a serial killer? a hush puppy? You think there's more hush puppies on Long Island or pedophiles? I know the answer. I know the answer to that. You know, it's just not, it's not something you can find. Grits? You want grits on Long Island? Where the hell are you going to find grits? What? You want biscuits? Where the what are you going to go? You're going to go to the supermarket and buy the Pillsbury like can and that pops? Yeah, you can get that. That's fine. Go to the supermarket, but where are you going to go? You're going to go to the biscuit kitchen on Long Island? No. No. It's not commonplace. All right, so here I am. So I'm down in the South. I'm down in Georgia with Zach, all right? We're over in, where the fuck were we? Kennesaw, Georgia. It's northwest of Atlanta. We're in Kennesaw. Cool little spot. Got a university there. Very nice, crisp, clean university. It's pretty cool. I liked it. We went to work out there, played some basketball. It was a nice time. And we got hush puppies. This man, I mean, when I tell you, like, listen, I don't know if any of you are lactose intolerant there, but I had a magical, so I had a shake from Cookout. Now, if you don't know anything about Cookout, let me tell you something. You can get like up to like 6 ingredients in your shake, and they have just a fun list of ingredients. You want Snickers in like a chopped up Snickers bar thrown into your shake? Done. You want caramel sauce all over that bitch? Done. Cheesecake flavoring? Done. Perhaps you want some crushed up Oreo? You got it. You got it. In the summertime, watermelon. You want a watermelon flavored shake? Wintertime, you want an eggnog flavored shake? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. They get crazy. Maybe you want some fried okra on the side. This is what happens. You go to Cookout, you pay like $5 for a tray. And it's a little more. They raise the prices and shit. And if you add, then it becomes more. But like, you're gonna get out of this deal under $9, 100%. Under $9. Big double cheddar style. That's a double cheeseburger with bacon and onion and sauce. Then you pick 2 sides. I go for the chicken quesadilla and a bacon wrap. Or a Cajun chicken wrap. Or you can get nuggets, or you can get fries, or you can get a corn dog, or you can get whatever the fuck you want. Because it's Cookout, baby. And then I'll get a huge sweet tea and a shake. Or I'll sub out the tea for the shake. I'll get a shake instead. I'll get caramel, Oreo, and cheesecake on that bitch. And that's Cookout, my friends. But we got hush puppies. You can get a side of hush puppies for $1. Don't get hush puppies as one of your sides in your Cookout tray, because you can just get a side of hush puppies for $1. And what are you going to get? 5? You're going to get 6 hush puppies as one of your sides? No, get a fucking chicken quesadilla as one of your sides instead. Don't let the man win. All right? Don't let the man win. That's all I have to say about that. But anyway, so I drank this milkshake. I don't know. Listen, I don't know what happened, but I know a lot of you guys don't like bathroom talk. Let's just say I had a very bad stomachache all night. All right? That's all. We're going to leave it at that. Maybe I'm lactose intolerant. I don't think I am. I just ate some yogurt. So if things start getting weird on the podcast, that's why. Yeah. But yeah. But that's Zach for you. That's Air Vogel. That's good old Zachy the snacky. And you should see this man's texts, but like between me and him, it's something. But enough about Zach. We've given him like a fucking whopping 10 minutes right now. So onward. Ryan, that's my brother. He's moving down here actually. Very, very early September, like September 1st. Something like that. So we're going to go see Greta Van Fleet perform a concert up in the Northeast. So I'm gonna take a flight, a one-way flight up to New York. Should be pretty damn cheap. Should be like shit. Actually, it's gonna be real cheap. It's gonna be like probably $70. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna take a flight one way up to New York, and then me, Ryan, and the boys, Joe and Jimmy, are going to drive on up to see Greta Van Fleet perform live at the end of August. Live. We're going to stay the night there because, we're going to get a little silly. And then we're going to drive back the next day. And we're driving back to Long Island. It's going to be Sunday, I guess. The 29th of August, I want to say. I'm not sure, whatever. And we're going to go back home. I'm going to see my mama. I miss my mom, man. I want to give my mom a hug, dude. Ugh. All right, no crying on the podcast. But I'm going to see my mom, my cat, my sister. I'll go see my dad. And it'll be a nice time. Or maybe I'll do all that. Maybe I'll see all of them like the day or two before the concert. But in any case, I'm going to see them, have a good time, catch up, see the family. I haven't seen the family since, I don't know, March, maybe April. What is it? It's going to be August, so 4 months, maybe even 5 months. It's 4 months. I want to say 4 months, probably. I ain't seen home in about 100 days. I can almost hear Mama pray for my restless soul. And that's Bishop Gunn right there for you. Making It by Bishop Gunn. You should check that song out. It's a good one. But I'll see them. I'll spend some time. I really love hanging out with my dad and my mom and getting to see Cool Cat. And it's just cool to be back on Long Island, I think what I'm going to do is I'll probably hang out with Mama. We'll talk about life. Hang out with Cool Cat, chill, just vibe. Oh, no, I get to see my mom in hold on. I get to see my mom in a week or two. 2 weeks. They're coming to visit Florida for 4 days. So I'm going to see them a little bit. That's going to be August 8th to the 12th. So there's a possibility I still will stream a couple of those nights, but I also might just want to dedicate spending time with my family a little bit too. So I haven't seen them in a while, so. They're going to see Melbourne. We're going to go to Disney for a couple days. They love Disney. I've spent the amount of hours I've spent in Disney parks is just ridiculous. So I don't really need to go to Disney, but they got me. I'm going to go with them. It's not really about do I want to go to Disney. It's about do I want to spend time with my family at Disney. So it's going to be nice. And we have our usual spots that we like to check out. So it'll be really, really cool. Am I going to have to wear a mask at Disney? I don't know. Nobody wears masks here in Florida. But Disney, it might be a little different since it's a huge tourist destination. That might be different. I'm not sure. We'll see. I'll look into it. But hey, listen, I'm happy to abide by whatever guidelines they set forth. I'll look into that one. I'm actually not sure. In any case, yeah, I looked. Speaking of COVID, I actually looked on Twitter to see what kind of news was going on. Maybe we could talk about something for the podcast. And I mean, I understand why, but 9 out of 10 of the freaking links were all about COVID. And I was well, I understand that's big news and whatnot. And there's constantly updates and people want to, whatever. I get it. But I was kind of looking more for maybe golden retriever catches a fish with its mouth for its owner. I don't know, something cute, whatever. I don't know. And then the Olympics. And I'll be honest, I don't fucking watch the Olympics. I don't care. I really don't care. I mean, it's great. Look, hey, if you're an Olympic athlete and whatnot, good for you. Love that. But I don't care. I just don't. I don't want to watch. I don't care. There's just so much content out there, period. And I don't want to consume most of it. Or it's I want to, but I just don't. Listen, if I had infinite amount of time in my life, I would sit and watch the entire Olympics. But I don't. I have shit to do, bro. I got TikToks to make. I got gains to make in the gym, bro. I got food to cook. I've been on season 5 of Lucifer for the past 2.5 months, and I've watched one episode last night, which was cool. That was a nice way to spend, an hour. And I got, you know what? No, I didn't even, because I got halfway through the episode and I was F this, I'm gonna go stream again. And it was freaking 1 a.m. and I started streaming again. I was maybe I'll just watch Lucifer until I fall asleep. No, I streamed again. By the way, it was a great stream. We had 70 people in there at the peak. And I think I'm going to actually start streaming later because I am a night owl. I stay up late. So I might even start streaming later. If maybe I'll add a couple of hours to each night of my streams, which will make up for the fact that I don't really stream Fridays and Saturdays anymore, or it'll partially make up for that fact. So Yeah, I think August is going to be a little bit of an iffy month streaming wise, but I'm going to try to stream as much as I possibly can when I can. And I'll extend the hours of my stream. Instead of like 4 hours, I'll stream for like 6 hours. You know what I mean? It'll be cool. It'll be cool. And I'll post as much as I can. I'll post as much content as I can. I'm going to try to average, let's see, it's 25th of July. I'm going to try to post two TikToks tonight. I'm going to try to post, I want to average 1.5 TikToks per day. So if August is 30 days, 31 days, 30 days, has September, April, June, yeah, 31 days in August, then I want to get like about 46 TikToks posted in the month of August. That's the goal. So I think there's a direct correlation to like how many followers I get, you know, even down to like how much money I earn, like purely based on how many TikToks I post. And that's, you know, I think that's super true. I think basically the more I put in, the more I get out. I think that's how a lot of things work with the internet and whatnot. And so I do feel bad when I have those days where it's like, oh fuck, I slept until 4. I'm behind on everything. I wanted to make 5 TikToks today, but I'm only going to make 1 or 2. So it's like, I feel bad when that sort of stuff happens. But, hey man, you know what? The beautiful thing about life and about doing anything is that if you fall off the horse, you can just get right back on, baby. As long as you don't have a concussion or any other major injuries. Which I don't. I'm good. I'm electric. I'm fucking electric, baby. So we're just going to get back. We're going to get right back on that horse. You know, I'm not falling off the wagon. You know, I am the wagon. So after this podcast, we're at 36 minutes in right now. So after this podcast, we're going to jump over and make a couple TikToks. I'm going to slam some more food because I'm just a machine today. I need to feed the beast, you know. I will make trivia. That's going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern for all of you out there who are keeping track. 9 p.m. Eastern is going to be Trivia Tuesday. And I don't think I'm going to start. I might even push back the live streams till 9 p.m. That'll give me more time to accomplish things. And most people don't really even get on until 9, 10, 11, even midnight. Like I streamed at like 1:30 a.m. last night and there were more followers active. There were more of my followers were on the app and active than there were at 8 p.m. Eastern. So it's like, maybe I should just be like the late night guy. I mean, that lends itself to what I want to do anyway. Maybe I will do that. You know, maybe I will. So in any case, hey man, I think this entire thing, I think the whole content creation, this whole journey that I've been on for the past year or so, and really, I think really the podcast is where I document it. I think it's been all about trial and error. And we've had some rocky situations. We've had some great situations. And I'm constantly reflecting and thinking about how I can adjust things and make them better and make them more worthwhile for everyone, you know. And it is a little bit tricky. It is, to be honest. But I think anything's tricky. Anytime you want to try and do something in life, it's going to be tricky. So I want to do this for myself. My goal in life is to never have to go back to a traditional 9 to 5. That's my goal. And if I can make that happen for myself, I'll be able to achieve a really happy life. So, and I am doing that right now. Currently, I'm living a very happy life. It's, you know, it's a little stressful sometimes, and you have to think about, you know, making moves, making decisions because it is, of course, a business and whatnot. But overall, I'm really content with it, and I feel good. And I hope that the effort that I put in, you know, in the next however long this lasts can really go for a long, long time. And something that I intend to do is maybe move into real estate and like rental properties and whatnot. And I know I've spoken about that a little bit, but I have a lot of research to do for that as well. I think there's a lot I want to do. There's not enough time in the day, obviously. And I think, so I was thinking about my life earlier, and I was thinking about it like a pot of tomato sauce, which is weird, but ride this wave with me. Come on this journey with me, you know? Like, I have to sneeze. Say bless. Woo! Oh, God, that was a net. Ew. Was that my first ever sneeze on the Chris Petrone Weekly podcast? It might have been. There's going to be like one person listening who knows for a fact. Oh, no. You sneezed in episode 14, I remember. Anyway, if you guys ever go back to my really early episodes, like they're different. They're like, I never started this with the intention of actually having it be a thing that I did weekly in high quality that people listen to. I mean, my intention was to make it weekly, but not like this, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. In any case, totally forgot. Oh, tomato sauce. Right. The pot of tomato sauce. So I feel like life is kind of like you're stirring a pot of tomato sauce sometimes, you know? Or you're cooking, right? And you have some sauce on on the stove. And I always say, when I'm cooking, I say, don't be a hoe, clean as you go. And you'll hear that line in my upcoming TikTok where I'm cooking. But I think, sometimes when you're getting into it and you're having a little fun, you're stirring and some sauce spills over the side, baby, But if you do too much of that, if you're stirring too much, you're chopping too much, you're getting groovy with it, but you're not doing enough cleaning and maintenance, well, then you have a mess and you fall behind. And it becomes even harder to do all that cleaning and that maintenance. But if you kind of chip away as you go, then things become easier. And I think in some aspects of my life, I have not been chipping away as I go. I've been slacking on certain things. My accounting, and like the legal side of my business, like making sure the numbers are there, like looking at my finances, like I need to go back and put in my due diligence and really take a look at everything. And maybe even create a budget for myself, get really granular with it. For me, like, look, I think when I'm more organized and clean and scheduled, it helps me be more productive and more my best self. Because I think naturally I'm very like erratic and spontaneous and I'm just, my brain is very like, I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. Some of you I'm sure can't, or maybe don't relate to it very much. But I think my natural state is just go blah, 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 right? And in order to sort of combat that and, get myself organized, I need to create schedules, create budgets, create to-do lists, create like time frame, like, all right, from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. today, you're going to do this, stuff like that. That's important to me. And I haven't been doing that supremely well lately. Sometimes, and hear me out, sometimes when I let myself get in the mental state of just ripping it, getting in the mental state of just, hey, go, green light, pedal to the metal, fuck everything, just create shit, do shit, execute. I can do a really great job because when I'm feeling really healthy and well rested, I'm electric, man. I can rip out 10 TikToks. I can fucking go make a podcast. Like I can do all these things. Like right now I feel electric. And if I still have daylight after this, you bet your ass I'm going to make like 5 TikToks. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to do my hair. I'm going to get dressed. I'm going to make TikToks. I'm going to make some more food. I'm going to prepare for trivia night. It's going to be a freaking sick night. It really is. But other times when I'm not, I'm like down and I'm like, oh shit, I have so much laundry to do. I have to clean. And so I think you need to clean as you go. You need to like organize your life as you go, little like bit by bit. You can't allow the mess to build up. Like I said, sometimes if I let the mess build up and I'm just going, good things happen. Maybe I cheat. I get a lot of views on videos. I get a lot of this. I get a lot of that. Fine. But if I overdo that, then we leave behind a mess. And the wake that's left behind is more detrimental than good to my productivity, to my happiness, to everything. So I think it's important that I take some time, especially, and I think August is going to force me into this because the first 2 months that I've lived here have been a little bit of like go mode and not really looking too much at through a critical lens of like my life. I've kind of been like, all right, I want to drink tonight. Oh, I'm going to do this. And so I think August, since I'm forced to take some time, spend some time with my family while they're down here for a couple of days, have some conversations with my family. And I think it's going to allow me to just sort of like touch base a little bit and recalibrate. I think my mom, especially talking to my mom, she's a very like calming presence. And I think she's really good for grounding purposes for me. I think when I'm on my own too much, I get very like, not on my own as in like alone physically, like, but I mean like on my own as in like not checking in with the people who are anchors for me. I think I can get a little bit like crazy, but I think, so here's another thing. I think the way that I sort of am, maybe in my natural state of just blah, like go, is what lends itself to being a TikToker or lends itself to doing OnlyFans or whatever. And it sort of allows me to do those things maybe in a more natural way. However, I think it's also good to have influences like Ryan, my brother, or my mom, or people who are a little bit more, what's the word? I don't know if I want to say anchored, grounded. Even practical would be a reason, like a decent word to use there. They kind of keep me from going a little too crazy, you know, which I think is good. And I can use them as sort of like a gauge of like, all right, am I doing too much? But so that's cool. So I think August is going to be a good month for productivity, but also for like recalibrating and just kind of touching base and getting just having a nice balance. I think going up and seeing the concert with my friends is going to be really nice to just see the boys and spend some time with Ryan on the road trip down. I think is going to be really nice. So, you know, I feel good about it. I feel good about this month that's coming up, August, man. August is going to be good. Listen, anything can happen in August, baby. Anything can happen in August. So I think, listen, honestly, a week or two ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe the entire month of July, pretty much, I was in a, I think I spoke about this. I was in a place of a lot of doubt, a lot of self-doubt, a lot of just like thinking like, maybe I'm not good enough for this. Maybe I'm not doing a good enough job to be a content creator. Maybe I should quit and go back to a more traditional job. Maybe I should try something else. Maybe I should prioritize money. Like, you know, I'm failing. Maybe I need to make more money, And it's like a lot of those thoughts are super intrusive and scary. And they bring you to a really, really bad place because you feel not good enough. You feel like you're on the wrong path. You feel like you should just give up. I think a small amount of those sorts of thoughts are healthy in the sense that like you need to be critical about yourself. You need to look and say, okay, this is what I'm doing. How can I improve? Am I putting enough time into this or this or this? Or what can I do to make this better? That's good. That's positive stress. That's like just being conscientious, you know, and that's fine. But I experience that already all the time, almost constantly. And what I was experiencing a week or so or two ago was extreme self-doubt. And yeah, it was really not good. It was really bad. And some stress over like, you know, am I doing a good enough job? And so I think that's no fun to feel. But I mean, the way I'm looking at it is like I guess there's always a safety net, quote unquote, of like in life in general. Let's say I got banned off every platform. Let's say I just got mega canceled for some reason. And like, I had to literally like just get up, leave this apartment and go move in back with my mom. That's the safety net. Like I had to have family, right? Like not all of us have safety nets, but many of us have some sort of safety net, like something like if everything crashes and burns, you can go move back in with your parents or go move back in with, or whoever, right? And so in that sense, I have a safety net, but I mean more so like I don't really have a plan B, right? And I don't want a plan B. And every time my mind starts to get into that really big place of self-doubt, I start thinking about what is your plan B? What are you going to do? And it's like, no. Like you can't, like if I let myself go there, then I go there and that's bad. And I feel like the one thing I like about what I'm doing right now is the only option I have is to just attack, right? And just create more, just do more, respond to more comments, respond to more DMs, post more TikToks, do the podcast consistently. Like the only option is to do and actually go and fucking do it. And when I go and do it, when I make 2 TikToks a day, when I stream every night, whatever it is, it works. Like good things come of it. The follower count grows, the views go up. Like, excuse me. But you know, so that's a good feeling that I have there. It's like, all right, what I put in, I'm going to get out. So anyway, the point of saying all that is that this past week was actually really good. We got a lot of views on TikToks. We had some really cool streams. Some awesome new people join the community. The OnlyFans, we are top 2.2% on OnlyFans, which is super cool. And I hope to stay at that level as long as I possibly can. Actually, I'll tell you for sure what percent we are. I'll tell you for sure. Give me 1 sec. Top 2.2%. Yes. I mean, that's freaking insane. and we're on pace. We were on pace for a certain dollar amount for the month for OnlyFans. I think we're gonna beat that dollar amount. So, yeah, I mean, I'm super grateful for that. I'm ecstatic about that. And you know, I think that if that starts becoming the main source of income, which it is for the month of July, I'm not complaining. I mean, I'm still going to continue to do my TikTok thing. I love making TikToks. I love responding to comments. I love engaging with people. I love live streaming. Live streaming has been something I've been passionate about for fucking 7 years now. You know, literally 7 years. I discovered live streaming 7 years ago. I loved it right away. And it's been something that's always been a passion of mine, even when I took some time away from it to explore other things. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, you know, I experience a lot of doubt sometimes about what I'm doing and if things are going to work out. But I'm not ready to give up yet, you know, and I'm hopeful for the future and what's to come. I really am. So who knows what's going to come next, man? But I feel like I'm here. I'm going to put in the effort and take it to the moon, baby. So we got a little boys trip driving down to Florida to move Ryan down in here. That'll be after the concert. After that concert, we're driving down. And we'll get this boy finally into his apartment. So in the month of August, what I'd like to do is I need to get him some sort of furniture. He has a bed. That's it. He has a bed and that is it. And he has a bathroom. Like I stocked up the bathroom with shampoo, conditioner, soap, towels. That's fine. He has a bathroom. But in his bedroom, like at least he needs like a couple night tables probably. Maybe some sort of dresser. In his closet is where I'm going to put his like gaming setup. So we're going to need to get him that too. Well, I'll take him to IKEA. You know, I don't want to like do it all for him. Like I don't want him to move in and have it all prepped out for him already, because like I think the kid needs to learn, like, you know, he's moving out for the first time. He needs to put together a desk, you know? Come on. I don't know. In any case, man, let me read you guys my to-do list. Maybe you get a little inside scoop of my to-do list right here. So I'm going to upload videos for Tampon Tribe to a Google Drive. I actually did that already. Instagram shoot. I got to shoot a picture for Instagram. So I'm going to go out and do that hopefully sometime this week. Wall art shoot. I have to go shoot some footage, some pictures this weekend for my wall art for my room. I got to finish editing my cooking video. I made spicy rigatoni vodka, which is delicious. I got to make some TikToks. I got to make OnlyFans content. I have to find a guest for the podcast next week, which I think would be cool. Got to do laundry. Got to make Trivia Tuesday. Got to make a new envelope system, which is what I talked about earlier in the podcast of, hey, maybe I'll get these cool stickers or whatever. So I have to get that system squared away. I have to record a podcast, which we're doing right now. We'll mark a check on that. So that's my to-do list. And then I had some other stuff. I would like to work out. Don't know if it's going to happen tonight. We'll see. We will see. I might go downstairs at 11 to like prop the door open and then come back up. We'll see. I'm thinking about it, but I don't know. Anyway, man, that's a bummer. I moved in and the gym was like 24/7. I would go in there really late, but they've been closing it at 11 p.m. lately. Don't know what that's about, but I don't think I'm going to live in this building after this lease is up. I think I'm out. I think they've just kind of been a little bit of like pain in the butt. So sorry, dudes, if you're hearing this, but you fucking told me it was a 24/7 gym and now it closes at 11. So suck my dick. Not cool. Can't be doing that shit. So I'm probably out when the lease is up, but that's all right. Hey, I like the place. I like where I'm living. It's nice. It's cool. It's a new building, so everything seems pretty nice put together. You know, it is what it is, dog. It is what it is. I'm not sure where I'm going to live next. I'm not worried about that right now. That's in the far future, though. Come on now. We're about a year away from that. It's all good. Hopefully Ryan loves it down here. I hope he does. Hopefully he finds something that he really wants to do, or he, you know, he figures something out. He's got a lot of figuring out to do. You know, I talk a lot about like trying to figure out what I'm doing next and what direction I want to take things, but I also feel very fortunate that I've been able to like survive and whatnot, doing what I'm doing right now. And things have been going pretty well. My hair looks all sorts of weird right now. That's okay. And I remember back in like the college days of feeling super lost. And I remember a year ago feeling super lost, or I guess a little more than a year ago. But I think I think when you put forth effort and energy towards something, that feeling of being lost or feeling without purpose or stressed over money, I think that's something you can fight back against. And I've been fighting back against it. I'm currently fighting back against it, and it works. Sometimes it's harder than others, but I think it works. I think it's the good news at the end of the day is like you can push back against that. You can push back against not having enough money or not having enough sense of purpose or not having whatever. You can take action to hopefully remedy those things. It's not like some bottomless pit that's hopeless and you can't get out of, I don't think. But I also think, like, life in general, it's a constant clean as you go. Like, no matter what you do, some of that tomato sauce is going to boil over out of that pot. You know, some of the shells from the onion or the garlic, like, are going to be on your countertop. And you might have to put in the work. You might have to grab a dustpan. You know, you might have to grab a sponge and you might have to do some cleaning. And you're never going to not have to clean. You're never going to be on like easy street where like there's nothing to fix or there's nothing to try and like do maintenance on. You're always going to have something to work on or to clean or to deal with. And that's because life, man, is not a free ride. It's not a free ride. There's no end goal. You know, it's a journey, not a destination. You feel me? And I think a lot of us will go through and be like, well, I just need to get to this like dollar amount, or I need to get this job, or I need to live here. And then it's like, oh, well, then you have like work problems, or then you have, or maybe you have, God forbid, you know, knock on wood, but maybe you have health problems, or, you know, maybe you lose a loved one, or maybe you lose your job, or maybe you, whatever. Maybe you decide. Maybe you realize you don't actually like living in the place that you live in. So I feel like it's a constant. There's no end goal. You know, there's no getting to a point and just being done. It's a constant churning of butter, baby. You're making butter, and spoiler alert, the butter never gets made. You just die. So it's constant. You're just constantly. Your whole life is churning butter. You know, so you gotta like make the churning. You gotta love the churn. You gotta love to churn. LTC, baby. Love to churn. Churn. LT churn. Love to churn. I'll churn butter till the day I die. But I love my butter's sweet, baby. My butter is creamy. You could slap my butter on some toast. You could slap my butter on a titty. You could put my butter into a dish. And bring it, you know, salted, unsalted, whatever you want, really. You could clarify my butter. Maybe cook some steak in it. So that's what I got for you guys this week. Life is all about churning butter, and the churning never stops. I'll end it with something that I've said many, many times on this podcast and the live streams. I think there's a guaranteed amount of suffering that you're going to experience in life. A guaranteed amount of bad is going to happen to you no matter what. You just have to take effort to experience enough good things to outset the suffering. Does that make sense? Like, love hard. Do something you love. You know, do some adult cardio. Wink. You know what I mean. You know, eat some good food, exercise, put some toes in the sand, see the sunlight, get happy, because you're not guaranteed happiness, but you are guaranteed sadness. So do something about it. Trivia Tuesday will be tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. Every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. There's going to be one or two that we miss, to be completely honest. There will be one or two that we miss in the month of August because like I said, there's some stuff going on in August. Got to touch base with the family and whatnot. But overall, Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Merchandise for Trivia Tuesday is on my website, tiktokchris.com. Grab yours today. Patreons, $25 Patreons. You can get 20% off on all of that beautiful, beautiful merchandise on the Teespring shop. And what else do I want to say? I think that's about it, actually. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, ideas, or guests that you might want me to have on anything like that, please shoot me a DM on Instagram, and I'd love to talk about it. All right, guys. Chris Petrone Weekly, episode 34. Peace.